There are only 3 reasons why people want to learn NLP. Reason number 1 is they want healing from their past and personal growth. Reason number 2 is they want to learn how to use it for their own self-improvement. And reason number 3 is they want to learn how to help other people with it. There are only 2 reasons why somebody wants to become a life coach. Number 1 is they want to grow as a person, or number 2 is they want to professionally coach other people for a living. Well, in this spiritual NLP life coach training, it covers all of this and so much more. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just peek inside of your life coach or NLP training before you decided to sign up and enroll, so that you would know exactly if this is the right fit for you or not? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover on a high level of what you'll be learning once you enroll in my world-class international spiritual NLP life coach training. And if you make it to the end of the video, I will help you decide if this is a great fit for you or not, so you don't have to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it and find out now. In this video, I'm going to describe to you what is included in my spiritual NLP online training. Now, it's not just NLP training, it's actually the 3rd generation of NLP as a whole, and it's a life coach training as well. So it's a 2-in-1 that is completely different, completely, in my opinion and my students' opinion, better than anything that's out there because of the value that it gives. Because at the end of this training, none of my students have a question of, what do I do within a coaching session? How do I set it up? How do I find a root cause of my client's problems, and what do I do when I get there? So this is not going to be a question anymore that the majority, I would say 90% of coaches out there and coaching trainings that I've been researching and been talking to coaches with, they don't address these, and we do in full depth. Now, let me get right into it, because this is kind of you want to peep in and take a look at what you're going to get before you enroll. And this video is a great test, meaning if you don't make it through the whole video, it's for one of 2 reasons. Number 1, you're so excited, you want to go to the comments and check out their description actually and sign up right away, or this isn't for you. This isn't resonating, that's not called, and that's great, and that's awesome. My job is to really only screen and offer this to people who know that this is a part of their life's purpose, a huge part of their life's purpose, to help people. It's the main mission in their life, but they need these support, these transformational tools, a step-by-step procedure of how to be able to do this so they can make it a career, make their life's purpose their life's work. That's what this is for. Now, if this isn't for you, that's great. You can click off the video at any time. And it's kind of like Navy SEALs training. You can ring the bell 3 times and tap out. But that's not what this video is for. This video is a test for the people who go all the way through. If this lights you up, if it excites you, let's check at the end of the video to see how you did. And then there's your answer. But let's get right into it. Here's the big picture. There's 47 hours of training that comes within this online training. There is 29 chapters within this. There are 22 techniques that you actually be able to learn step by step systematically to create transformation for people that you're going to be working with. There are 32 models. So many of trainings in life coaching or NLP training, they don't have a lot of pictures or models. We have a lot of models, a lot of different pictures. They're in color. It's beautiful. Demonstrations. We have 17 demonstrations that you get to see within this training, which is unbelievable. There's 9 different exercises for you to go through, 6 different strategies, because the difference between strategies and techniques. There's 7 different resources that are going to be really valuable for you. And if this seems a lot of information, it is. I'm just giving you a high level of what's going to be within there. And it's going to be a step-by-step systematically of you only need to do a little bit of it at a time. How do you move an elephant? 1 peanut at a time. That's just one little module, one little chapter. That's all you got to focus on. There's also going to be 1 assessment and 1 special guided meditation. Now, what else is included? It's a lifetime access to our full spiritual life coach NLP online training, which as we're going to be updating it as we see fit. And if you enroll, when you enroll, whatever that investment is, that's it. There's no more hidden fees. There's no more additional pay more when we upgrade it. We will be upgrading it as we see fit or as we get new information or more feedback. But you get access to any and all future upgrades when we do that, which is great automatically. Also, exclusively, we have 12 months access from the time you sign up to 12 months that you have access to myself and Amanda with monthly practicums. A practicum is where we practice. You're going to get a lot of different feedback. You're going to be able to, I could do a technique on you so you can have an experience. You can do one with me. You can do one with another co-student, and we just ask all the questions that you want, and you're going to get all the answers and so much information. It's not just here's the training manual, go figure it out on your own. It's here's what I've done with my life's purpose, and I made it so easy and user-friendly for you so that you can do this in a shorter period of time than I did and help the people that you're meant to serve. That's what it's all about. And we want to give you more technical steps, more support, more answers. And you have 12 months to test out. And some people do this and complete this training within 4 or 5 months. But life happens. We understand that. So you have up to 12 months to become certified. And beyond that, you have access to, which is the next part of our private Facebook group, and the training for lifetime access. So once you enroll, you have granted access to our private Facebook group where you can ask questions 24/7. We respond to them Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 p.m. Central Time. It usually gives us 24 hours. Usually we do it less. We might respond to your question via text within the group. We might respond making a short video specifically for you, or there's 2 more options. We might actually meet with you during the practicum and says, your question requires more in-depth attention, so we're going to give that to you. So we actually can go through it one-on-one within our group sessions, or we might actually make a YouTube video like I'm doing right now with this, make a bigger YouTube video just for you, which is awesome. Here's the chapters. Again, I'm going to go through this really high level. If this is boring to you, you click off, and this isn't for you, and that's awesome. If this is exciting for you, this lights you up, the more we get into it, and you love this technical thing, you might feel like this is a lot. It is a lot, but you just have to listen and learn. That's it. It's super simple. It's going to take you months and months to do it, so it's not all at once. So it's going to be an introduction. I go over the whole entire big picture, the overview of the entire training, the certification guidelines, the best way to use it for orientation, our code of ethics. We want to set your foundations. We start off with doing kind of assessments and setting your course, just like if you were in a boat. You need a direction, otherwise you're going to crash or not go anywhere or get lost. We want to set the course and set the intention and get there. There's certain mindsets that you need that we found that works best that will really, really help you with success. There's something called positive mental attitudes. There's 19 of them. These are something that's very popular and very important. Every technique that you ever use with somebody and for somebody, you're going to need to have focus on something with your mind in order to make sure it's going to be maximum results. We give them to you, we walk you through, and then a checklist. So that's the introduction, pretty easy. Chapter 1, how your mind works. 4 different models for it. Go over the conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind. We go through a lot of different things. You're going to learn so much about the mind, so much about yourself, so much about your higher consciousness, and so much how communication and relationships work. It's the coolest training ever. Chapter 2, peripheral vision, peripheral awareness. There's a 6 gears technique. What does that mean? Every technique that you get, there's 6 different gears. It's kind of like in a manual car, you shift, first gear, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Every time you go up, it's a little bit faster in a car. Well, the metaphor here is every time you go up, there's more information. It goes deeper within yourself, actually. So let me give you the 6 gears. This goes for all the 6 gears that you're going to see. First gear is going to be the big picture. This is what this technique is for, why you would want to use it, and where the best place is to use it for. So it's just, here's the big picture, it's the setup. The second gear is a live demonstration. We get right into it. I'm actually already worked with somebody. It's a live, real-time, real live client that I actually demonstrate the technique. This is just one way I use it. I can use it in so many different ways, but it's a really, really good example for you to watch. But that opens up files. This opens up files within your mind. This adds to the files within your mind. The third gear, the third video is I do it for you. It's called NLP Done For Me. You push play and you sit back and you have a problem that you come with, or you can just watch and I can elicit or bring up one for you to give you a positive mental upgrade. And you're going to experience transformation just like that. It's so incredible. It's so valuable. And you have lifetime access to that. You have that in your back pocket. The fourth video is I'm going to walk you through, and you have a PDF that you have printed out. This is a specific PDF to walk yourself through step by step of how to use this technique. It's so valuable. I go through it in a lot of detail. You already have these other 3 videos you watched ahead of it that's going to help you with the fourth one. It's all taken care of for you. The fifth gear, the fifth video is this is how you're going to walk somebody else through it as a coach, as a leader. And it's a different PDF. Actually, I wrote it completely scripted so you can just follow along. There's going to be some skill set that needs to come into place, which I give you the training for. And you have all the other 4 videos before that, before you get to the 5th video. The 6th gear, of course, is just like the first one, but the end. It's the caboose. It's the wrap up. This is what we learned. This is why it's important. And there's 3 positive mental mindsets that always leave you in a positive mental state at the end of it. You're going to get so much positive conditioning, positive training. You can watch this in your car. You can watch this when you have breaks. I don't recommend the done for me part watching in your car because you need to maybe sitting down or laying down, maybe you have your eyes closed. It should be like a meditative, personal, me time, self-reflective place. But other than that, you can just learn on the go, which is so incredible. Okay. Chapter 3, we're going to learn how you learn. Have you ever learned how you learn? Did you know that they don't teach how to learn in school? People learn things in school and people don't learn things in school, but they don't actually teach you how to learn in school. It's so fascinating. There's actually a technical way of how every single human being learns. And you're going to learn that, which is going to give you an advantage to learn anything that you want in rapid record time. Chapter 4, how to read people. So there's sensory acuity. It's the ability to read people. Everybody has body language that they share. Our eyes have language. Our tonality, if we go up or straight or down, says 3 different things. Our keywords that we use. There's the eye accessing and a like, dislike. We have techniques we're going to go over those with you. And it's just going to be so incredible. Your ability to read people is going to increase exponentially. Then there's chapter 5, dissolving an emotional charge. Emotional charge is specifically in the spiritual world, meaning it's experiential and it's actually how to process and feel emotions. It's really, really important to do that. Chapter 6 is the mother NLP pattern. There's a pattern to every technique that is taught, and I'm just going to give it to you. Let you know what that is. Chapter 7, anatomy of the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is so important. This whole neurolinguistic psychology is built off of the unconscious mind. We have a model for you. Just like your body has 206 bones, there's anatomy of your body. There's 9 different parts of the anatomy of the unconscious mind, 9 different steps. That information comes into your response and your behavior. I'm going to break it down for you. It's going to be so enlightening for your mind and your heart and your spirit. Chapter 8, this is a robust one. This one is what I shared with you, I alluded to before, how to set up change work. There's 16 steps of how to set up transformational change work. This does not include any of the techniques you plug and play into this. Actually, it would be the 14th step, but here's the deal. This is the major question that coaches have in whether they have training or not, which is, how do I set up a coaching session? How do I set up change work? Well, we literally give you 16 steps, step by step, which you follow it every time. it goes to automatic and it becomes so easy, but there's going to be no questions for you. You can feel free to read this, but I'm just going to tell you high level is this is what you walk through so you can actually create transformational change work every time and every session with every client if that's what's you're wanting, which I know it is. Chapter 9, the kinesthetic scramble. It's a technique where you actually just walk around and the problem isn't a problem anymore. How cool does that sound? Chapter 10, submodalities, the details of the mental pictures or the programs or the habits that creates excellence or dysfunction, success or failure. And then we have the submodality switchboard. If you imagine in your mind, if you can just do different switches that can turn on something you really want or turn off something you don't. That's what this is. It's incredible. You're going to love it. You're going to experience it, and you're going to be able to facilitate it for other people. Contrastive analysis. It's comparing and contrasting what's the same, what's different between two mental states, pictures, habits, which is very technical. And then we do this map across technique. If you have a problem and something that you want, you can take the problem and just get rid of it and put it into a different place in your mind. It's incredible that you're going to learn the difference between the psychological world and the physical world. And the majority of people operate not in the physical world, but in the psychological world. And 90% of problems that everybody has is psychological. Isn't that interesting? I could say 100%, but we'll get into the training and we'll go from there. We have limiting beliefs. We have an option. We have a technique for that, the belief change. There's a swish pattern, which you can actually get rid of a problem really, really fast. How to emotional states work. And we're going to start getting closer towards the meta model, not yet, but this read model, different emotional states where you can go up time to actually, that would really help you, or more downtime states that would actually calm you. It's important to have the behavioral flexibility, emotional flexibility. You're going to learn all about that. Now, chapter 16, there's 55 PDFs in just this chapter alone. It's the meta model. The high level of the meta model is there's so many exercises and models, but what it is imagine a janitor with a set of keys that can get into every room within the building. The meta model is like a set of keys linguistically, which is more like a set of questions that can lock information by every conversation. I know. Well, what does that mean? Why would I want information? Well, how often do people not say what they mean, or they say partially what they're feeling, or they're not saying anything at all? And you can utilize these questions to be able to unlock that. It's just brilliant. You're gonna love it. This alone is worth its weight in gold, but all of them are too. Round in the end here. So there's the auditory scramble, which you can be able to speak a sentence maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times, and you will no longer have the problem anymore. Isn't that interesting? You have a sentence, a problem that you're having, you put it in a sentence form, a specific sentence form. You say it 3 times or 5 times in a way, done. You can't feel it. You can't have it anymore. Isn't that, I'm telling you, these techniques are life-changing, and this is what you need, it's what you're built and born to do. Chapter 18, how framing and reframes works, how we frame things in our mind, and how we can change them in our mind will dictate the results we get in our life, period. And you need to have the power, the knowledge, the intelligence of how to do this. Chapter 19, the chunk up technique. This is a technique I created specifically for you for this training. Anytime we have a behavior or there's a problem, there's always a higher reason, a higher positive intention, a deeper spiritual reason why we do what we do. It's just that the path we're choosing to get there isn't going to get us there. So that's where we get into the 6-step reframe, which is we find a behavior that we're having or somebody else is having. The reason we're doing the behavior, trying to get to a specific outcome, and we find alternative places to get there that will get there faster because they won't get there the way it's not working, of course. We got that covered for you. Perceptual positions, the eye of awareness. Basically, if you want to upgrade a relationship, you need to step in some people's shoes, step in the other person's shoes sometimes to see from a different point of view so you can get understanding, empathy, compassion, and really resolution within that relationship. But continuing on with relationships, a relationship with yourself, chapter 22, working with parts. There's a lot of different parts to you, personalities. We break them down, big picture to detail, and there's a reason why you or a client does not get results, because there's a part of you that wants one thing and a different part that wants different thing, different maybe value systems that need to ultimately be integrated to move forward. This is huge. This is huge. All right, almost there. Chapter 23, Ho'oponopono. It's an ancient Hawaiian custom that got upgraded into a spiritual NLP technique. It's about letting go of relationships or starting fresh with a new relationship. And this can be done daily. It works best if it's done daily, but it can also be on command as needed. Then the last couple techniques, chapter 24 is healing through time. Any issue or problem that you or a client had from the past will be found and be dealt with in a really good way through this technique. This is the mamma jamma, the big guns. This is the biggest, most robust technique. You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to change your life. Chapter 25, the circle of excellence. Stepping into a circle, a mental circle that gets you access to positive mental, emotional, restored states on command wherever you want. I'm telling you, it's not too good to be true. The training is right here. I broke it all down for you. I'm going to continue to chapter 26 to give you these key resources. That's going to be really huge for you. A menu of transformation, meaning you could read this one page and say, I'm having this kind of issue. Oh, these are the techniques that I should do in this order to get rid of it for myself, for other people. I've done that for you. I've worked with thousands and thousands of clients to find this, and I'm just giving it to you within this. This is all bonus, which is great. The 19 positive mental attitudes, how to use them, and the technique cheat sheet, meaning here's the menu of transformation, meaning like it's like a spa. If you do this technique, you're going to have this experience generally. But then again, here's the cheat sheet of like, what's the problem? And then go right to it right away. It's so, so great. We're going to do a congratulations. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to test out step by step. I'm going to tell you, without telling you everything, exactly what to study. And then there's the certification and the wrap up. What kind of impact do you want to make in life? This is the high level 29 chapters. If you made it this far, here is your test to see if you should schedule a meeting with either myself or Amanda, or simply enroll today. Let's see if you passed my test. Question number 1. Did you make it to the end of this video? If the answer is yes, obviously if you're watching, check, and the answer is yes. We got 1 for 3. The second question is, did the information that you just heard light you up inside? Did it resonate with you? Did it say like, yes, this is exactly what I need. I don't know exactly what everything that's in there, but I'm called to it. I'm looking for how to read myself, other people, develop myself, have some magical transformational tools that just creates transformation with divine grace. So if you said yes twice, double check, 2 yeses. Let's get to the third question. Are you really ready to learn and receive the exact tools you'll need, not only to help yourself, but the other people that you care about? And if you obviously need this information in order to complete your God-given mission for this lifetime, if you answered yes, there's nothing more to do than click the link below and schedule a time to meet with us, or simply invest and enroll in your future training today, right now. My name is Jeremiah Rangel, and thank you for watching, and I'm very much looking forward to personally working with you and helping you become the person of your dreams.